Good evening, everyone. And today I'm going to talk, hopefully not without, hopefully without spoiling anything. Well, hopefully without revealing any bits of my writing. But I found a short story that's about 3,500 words that I wrote when I was 18, and I'm just in the middle of editing it and making sure that it actually makes sense. So I'm rewriting some of it, and I'm also changing some of the tenses because when I was even when I was 18, I couldn't get my tenses right. Um, and so I'm doing that. Um, it's almost like a creation myth type thing. Um, because around the time when I was 17, 18, I was reading things like the Heliconia series, um, Lord of the Rings, um, lots of different sci-fi and fantasy type things, um, including um, including the um, Cosmic Trilogy by C.S. Lewis, um, and the Heliconia series was written by, oh, I can't remember. It might have been Brian Aldiss. Um, so lots of high fantasy type language, especially with Lord of the Rings. Um, and I'd also recently, at the time, finished watching Avatar: The Last Bender as well, The Last Airbender as well. And so there's elements of all of that in this, which is very strange, because um, I've got elemental stuff, I've got creation myth, because of the Silmarillion as well, um, and I've got strange long names, um, that are similar to um, names that you'd find in Lord of the Rings or Heliconia or the Cosmic Trilogy. So um, yeah, just rereading it um, tonight was very interesting because um, I'll just I'll just tell you one of the names for one type of the creatures that I was creating in this that I'm not going to use anymore. Um, so in this, I'd put some werewolf type things called Thryflamane. That's spelt Thryflamane. Yeah, and there are some other things that are kind of elf-like, um, like two different types of elf things that I called Aruenia, spelled Awuenia, and some dwarf type things called Gaemlomoni, spelled Gaemlomoni. Ony. Yeah. And there's there's a lot of evidence of the things I've been reading in this, and I do remember at the time my brother-in-law reading it and telling me that it's like a mix of J.R. Tolkien, C.S. Lewis, with a little bit of J.K. Rowling in it as well, because I read and reread the Harry Potter series so many times in my teenage years. So yeah, that's where my writing was when I was 18. My writing has changed over the years, and like it kind of keeps switching between kind of young adult type language to very high fantasy type language, and then just some general fiction type language. So hopefully I will get that short story finished and edited by the weekend, and I might even send it off to some publishers and see what they think. Because I haven't done that yet. I need to basically kick myself up the backside and send off my writing to publishers, and if they like it, then hopefully they'll let me know. If they don't like it, then hopefully they'll give me tips on how to improve it. Because without them reading it and telling me where I went wrong, I won't know. And just me reading out my stories on here isn't going to do anything, because I don't have a large audience like lots of other people do, and there are just a few of you out there watching this that might see a few of my videos where I'm reading out stories, and yeah, I've got about, I don't know how many, loads of short story ideas and a few novel type ideas which I need to write down. I am desperate to get them out of my head, because some of them, the characters have been plaguing my dreams and basically saying, go write, talk about us, write about us. We need our stories written down. And yeah, so that's where I am with writing, and I also need to do. I also need to keep up with my crappy covers and my what channels, because there's a lot of songs that I want to cover, even though they're going to be crappy covers. And there's a lot of channels that I do watch and still watch. There are others that I don't watch anymore, which I need to get rid of, but you'll probably find out what they are in the future. Bye night.